Hey guys, this is Joseph from Play Tennis. Today we're going to be talking about lobs or lob shots in tennis and why they're good to use, when is a good time to use them, and some key pointers to help us hit better lob shots for our match play or social play. When is a good time to use the lob? Scenario number one is when our opponent comes charging into the net. We can either attempt to hit a passing shot or a lob. Scenario number two is when our opponent sends us out wide with a nice angled shot. This puts us very far out of position from the center of the court, so we can use the lob shot, also known as a moon ball, in order to keep the ball in the air for longer so we have more time to recover back to the middle of the court. Firstly, we're going to cover the lob shot on the forehand side, and we're going to start with the bare basics. Often when starting out on lobs, we're going to be using a continental grip or a slightly eastern grip even, but the key point for this is opening up the racket face, and we're literally just pushing the ball upwards. Okay? This is to get it going over the opponent's head. Okay, so pretty basic stuff there. If we want to enhance our lob shot, we can try adding topspin to the lob. Okay, so adding topspin to the lob is going to help us keep the ball dipping down into the court so we can still aim high, nice arcing shots over the opponent's head, and the topspin is going to help us bring the ball down. Okay, so if we want to add topspin to the lob shot, we want to try using our forehand grip. So the same grip that we use for our forehand, and we're going to swing with more speed so we can generate that topspin. Something like this. Okay, so this is something that you can just practice on your own. Get a basket of balls or even just a bag of balls and just practice executing almost like a standard forehand, guys, but we're just aiming higher. Okay, so that's the key point for hitting a lob shot more effectively, is adding topspin. So when we talk about hitting lob shot on the backhand side, same thing applies, guys. We're going to try and execute the lob shot with our standard backhand grip, but we're simply aiming higher, and we're going to aim to impart topspin on the ball to keep it dipping down. Okay. In some situations, we may not have time to do our standard stroke to execute the lob. We may find ourselves stretched out, only being able to use one arm, which literally means, again, similar to the bare basics one I showed you on the forehand side, continental grip, open racket face, pushing upwards. This is if we're desperate. So I'm going to run you through some scenarios. Okay, just imagine the opponent comes running in. Let's say the approach shot not very good. I have plenty of time to get into position. I rather go for my standard topspin high shot lob, something like this, okay, to get it over their head. But let's say my opponent hits a very good approach shot. They send me charging out to the side, and I don't have time to get into position to hit my topspin lob. Then I'm going to have to go with a continental grip and do whatever I can to just send the ball flying high. Okay, just a simple push up with an open racket face. So you can imagine this with the two different scenarios. Again, if you have time, try and execute the lob with topspin. If you don't have time and you're desperate, that standard continental lob with the racket face open will have to work. All right, we're going to sum it up now, guys. So when is a good time to use the lob shot? Is when your opponent comes charging into the net, or they send you out wide and you need to buy more time to recover back to the middle. And the key takeaway for hitting lob shots more effectively is adding topspin to your lobs if you can. Okay, so if you have time to get into position, do your standard stroke to execute the lob. If you don't have time and you're really stretching out wide, then open racket face, send the ball up. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tips for today's lob video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe.